Nothing else at all in between.
Loch Ness, on which the eyes of the world are focused, the reputed haunt of a prehistoric monster or monsters, and the newly found adventure ground of modern Gullivers. Mr. Witherell, the big game hunter, and his party, who have been hot on the trail of the monster for some time, set out from Friars to comb the lake. There is competition from local enthusiasts, with ambitions to earn eternal fame for the discovery of a species long thought fabulous. One optimist has conceived the idea of bailing out the lake, and all along the loch's side, a well-fortified watch is being maintained by good Scotsmen.
Can you take me rope? Lovely. Are you a local girl?
Yes.
Do you believe in this Loch Ness monster?
I've seen it.
You've seen it?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
What's it like?
It had a long, thin black neck with a small head. And it was moving a lot.
Whereabouts was it?
It was about half a mile out from the shore.
Were you frightened?
Yes.
Were you?
Yes.
You were on shore, though?
Yes.
I'm the monster of Loch Ness. Hawkeye, oh yeah. Folks get the needle all around the Isle of Wight when they hear me growling in the middle of the night. I'm the monster of Loch Ness. I can beat the Scotch Express. I'm the terror of the North. I can sing the first of all. I'm the monster of Loch Ness.
One man who firmly believes in the legend is a lowly Sassenach called Frank Searle. For 7 years, Londoner Searle has scanned the loch for sight and sound of its elusive tenant. He's a firm believer that the monster or monsters exist, and his Lochside Museum sustains interest in Nessie herself.
The Crusader, Britain's new jet speedboat, arrives at Loch Ness under the watchful eye of John Cobb, the man who is to drive her, and his manager, Captain George Easton, another speed king. The Crusader is swung over the lorry's side for her first taste of the water.
John Cobb's wife was up there at Loch Ness with him, watching his trial runs and indeed his last fatal run. It was just as he'd completed one run over the measured mile at the record speed of 206.8 that the crash happened. This is the film story of the fatal run. Crusader has plunged to destruction. John Cobb, a gallant, reserved and truly modest man who devoted his life to speed on land and water, lost his life in a daring attempt to win more laurels for his country.
Rising 2/3 of a mile into the sky, the West Highlands mountain Ben Cruachan seems to be a magnet for people with big ideas. The Celts peopled it with mythical beings. In the 60s, engineers hollowed it out for a power station, and now there's a sculptor with a truly monumental ambition: to turn the mountain into the massive figure of a fallen Celtic hero, to celebrate the contribution of Gaelic culture to Scotland. The design of the figure, called Oscar, only exists as a drawing so far, but even this has led critics to rechristen the very obviously male form Chilly Willy, and to accuse the driving force behind the plan, Sandy Stoddard, of trying to wage war on nature. The next job for the monument's backers is to see how much it will cost, and that's only a tiny part of the mountain they'll really have to climb to realise this vision.
You're now looking at another ancient piece of Scottish history. And I don't mean me, I'm talking, of course, about Ben Nevis, the highest mountain in the British Isles. It's over 4,400 feet high.
Climbing it is quite a good sport, so we'll join the party at the hospital and climb. The sturdy ponies are useful for carrying camera equipment and baggage, and they're so sure-footed they won't spill a drop.
But the most amazing ascent, I think, took place as far back as 1911, when a man reached the summit, but in a motor car. Mind you, I can understand their enthusiasm, for it's really a wonderful view.
It's quite amazing the people you find wandering around the top of Ben Nevis at any hour of any day. This lovely lady declined to be interviewed, quite rightly, on the grounds that what she was doing up here was nobody else's business.
To climb to the summit takes between 2 and 3 hours, and from the top you can look down upon a view as gloriously wild as you could wish. The Highlands of bonnie Scotland.
Tonight, when the going gets tough, the tough resign. Find out how high-profile self-sacrifice acts as a social barometer in My Resignation here on BBC 4 in just a few moments.
Experiences of the BBC Proms continue with the Human Planet Prom this Friday at 7:30 on BBC 4.
There's drama here on BBC 4 tomorrow with Margaret at 9:30. First, though, honourable conduct in a moral maze, how resignation has become a political weapon.
She said, I hear you're thinking of resigning. I've ordered you not to. I said to her, Prime Minister, to me it is a matter of honour. Didn't sleep much. And I suppose I decided then I would go. If you have lost the support of the board, you can't really stay.
If I had resigned, it would have been a cowardly resignation because I'd done nothing wrong.
And so, sir, are you going to resign?
I stepped out of the car and I think the only thing I said to him was, I'm going to have to resign.
You see a pile of dead children's bodies in your mind because these people wouldn't stop operating on them. One of us had to resign, and they weren't going to.
Resigning is about honour and dishonour, matters of principle and taste and decency, being caught out and taking responsibility. But are there universal truths about resigning? Can the experience of those who have taken that giant step and resigned teach us some important lessons? The catalyst that turns thought about resigning into action is usually a crisis.
Major Norman and his section were outnumbered